if I put myself aside, the greatest rapper in Ghana is Sarkodie. Whether you like it or not, that's the greatest rapper. And never forget that.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, Showbiz University. Have you guys noticed how fast the year is going? I mean, we are halfway through the year already. We have 178 days left as of today, Friday. Charlie, you did there, you did talk, say, oh, I go do. How far with your New Year resolution? What have you done so far? July started last weekend and all of a sudden we are 7 days through already. Charlie, do fast though. I will repeat myself, do fast though. Anyway, welcome to Showbiz University. My name is King Kwaku Mensa, the voice you'll be hearing for the next 30 or so minutes. If it's your first time listening to Showbiz University, we've got great segments on this show. Welcome to the big family. So on Showbiz University, we do lecture time where we talk about topics we need to talk about. Always I say this. Reason why I say we need to talk about it is on a regular entertainment shows in Ghana would not talk about these topics. They would just brush on it, not go deep into it. But we on Showbiz University, we go as deep as speaking to the people that we need to hear their voice. You get me? So we have interviews, we speak to leaders, we speak to corporate people, everything in the entertainment and showbiz, all the stakeholders, we bring them on board on Showbiz University's lecture time and we have a serious conversation or we have a good conversation, all to arrive at a great answer or solution to something. You get it? Then we have Just Corner. If you're a fan of entertainment news, if you're a fan of gossip and all that, Ceci comes your way every episode of Showbiz University and brings you all the 411s on Just Corner. And then my favorite segment on the podcast is Your Mind Day, where we ask questions that you are bothered about money, about relationship, about friendship, about growth, anything, about the streets, Charlie. Anything we ask on Your Mind Day and we seek your response and reactions. This is where we get interactive with you. So you make sure you use the hashtag ShowbizUni, hashtag ShowbizUni. Anytime you want to get interactive with me, King Kwaku Mensa, or any other person on Showbiz University, use the hashtag ShowbizUni. Then our last segment is Weekend Playlist. So since Showbiz University airs on Fridays, we make sure we give you 10 banging songs you can vibe with, you can go on your weekend with. 10 songs from Ghana, Nigeria, across Africa, and the world at large. Weekend playlist. So what we're going to do going forward is we'll create this playlist and put it on Spotify Audio Mac as well, so you can listen to it anytime. Play it in your cars or on any device that you deem fit. So guys, let's move straight into our lecture time. When Grammys announced the new categories, they introduced Best African Music Performance category alongside other 3 categories. And they listed Afrobeats, they listed High Life and other African genres in there as a possibility that African acts can finally win Grammys. It opened up a whole conversation on social media and other platforms as well. But one question or one submission that I had in me that I never shared anywhere was this category was created for Nigerians on the period. Yes, I mean the Best African Music Performance category for 2024 is for Nigerians. Why I'm saying that, if you study the trajectory of Nigerians, if you study what Nigerians have been doing over the past years, guy, you don't need to be told that this category was created for them. Without this category, Burna Boy was already winning Grammys. Without this category, Nigerian acts were performing on big platforms internationally. They had more international appeal, more than most of the African countries. Without this new category created at the Grammys, they were performing at the World Cups, at the closing ceremonies of championships, FIFA championships. They were headlining concerts around the globe. They were filling up stadiums. Guy, these are the criteria you need to meet to be able to bag an award, international appeal. So the question that my mind has been riddled with is, what are Nigerians doing right to earn them all these gigs? We are seeing them play internationally. What are they doing right? Who in Ghana needs to do what to get Ghanaian artists also performing at all these categories or at all these events? To get these Ghanaian acts, the Sarkodie's, the Stone Boys, the Shatawales, the Jackies, the Black Holes, not supporting acts, but headline acts. Last week was Afro Nation in Portugal. Burna Boy was headlining a day. Davido was headlining a day. We had Camido perform, we had Jackie perform, we had Blacko Sharif perform as well. It was great. I mean, they performed at a bigger platform. It was an international stage, but they did not headline it. Going forward, how do we get these are cuts headlining events? These are some of the questions that I think about and I don't have answers to, and it hurts my core. We had an interesting conversation with music producer and former rapper Ball J of Ball J Beats. Yes, if you're part of the Azonto and Hip Life era, then you will know Ball J Beats. Yes, so we sat down with Ball J Beats. We talked, we had a lengthy conversation. This guy is a whole book of wisdom. So we spoke about raising A-list artists in Ghana with global standards for the international awards and global stage. So let's go take a listen to the interview real quick. When we're back, we'll move on straight to the other segments. This is still Showbiz University, and you're listening to us on Spotify, AudioMac, Apple, and Google Podcast. If you compare both eras, your era and this new era of musicians, which era would you say had the toughest time in the music industry? Is it your era or is this era?
Yes, with our time starting like 2000s, there was no TikTok or anything. So people think that it was hard for us. It's still hard today. It's probably the same thing. What the only difference now is that you got a chance to blow up easily now, but there was too much traffic on that method. Like back in the days, you should have a record label to hold maybe VIP back in the days. And when their songs are being signed if you got to deal with a record label, that's it. You're going to blow up. Even if your music is crap, because you're going to be on the few stations. Back in the days, the stations were few, the TV stations were few. So when they pay, it covers the whole of Ghana. I'm talking about Ghana in precise. So the difference is back in the days, music business was lucrative, especially if your sound is good and you have a deal. If you don't have a deal, you have to go around paying payola, and because your money don't reach up to, and that same story is today. The only difference today, me and you know, TikTok, social media, Instagram, Facebook, and all that, everybody got a chance to show something. But the problem with that now too is there's too much traffic. So we have people blowing up for 3, 4, 6 months and they are gone. Back in the days, you can have somebody blowing up for like 5 years. Somebody can blow up like a whole year with just one song, 2 years with just one song. Nowadays, you can have people blow up today and the next 3 weeks, you got a new song in town because everybody got a chance now. It's a good chance with social media, but there is high traffic over there and record labels still work today. And most of the record labels are not really happy because of this social media, because they could be pushing an artist, distributing the songs on marketing and everything, and an artist will come up and blow up on TikTok, and the whole attention just switches, and the record labels don't really like that. So what the record labels are doing now is they're working with the social media promotions, and at the same time they are doing their distributions with the Sony and all that. So record labels are still working just like back in the days, but the upcoming has a chance to put their music out there and they have a chance to be heard from your views and your likes. But how long are you going to stay there? And that's when you keep your brand to the next level, keep recording good songs. And even there's another change in terms of recording. Back in the days, we can record a song like once in a week, one good song, or you can write all your songs in a house and come and record it. But now we have a lot of studios, and even the sound quality has changed because we have new equipment, but anybody can just mix a song. And because of the advantage of a good system, people have that standard music. So we have a lot of good music in the system now, even without too much of a mix. But back in the days, you really have to mix well because we didn't have big mixers. You have to be in a very big studio to work with a very big mixing console, and which was hard. And if you want to work at home back in the days, you're going to have a poor mix. But now you can have your laptop and everything is easy. Mm-hmm. But there's traffic to that. We have a lot of people doing that.
Right.
So the record labels are still significant in the picture.
Right. But are there any specific changes in this music industry that stands out to you?
Yes, there was a big change because the world is now small now, and it's all about social media again. It's like we are being heard. We are being heard. Like it's like way back we had high life. People came to learn high life in Ghana, went back to their countries, and they called it different genres, Afrobeat and all that. And we know the roots of Afrobeat. Like they came back 1967 with Fela and the trumpeter from Africa 10. They came to learn, and then now they took it to their countries, and they knew it was from a place in Africa. So they were not selfish. They called it Afro beats. And that's why we have the Afro music, Afro beats, and all these genres coming from Ghana. And Ghana was a good contribution. But the difference now is we are all trying to take the lion from the jungle, and Nigeria has put the lion in the zoo. So it's like Ghana is like a jungle, and Nigeria has turned Afro music to a business. So the new change now that because of social media, those with the money, those with investment, those with the advertisement, those with the music being published and being distributed with money are being heard, all with the advantage of social media. But the truth is, it all started from places like Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, Mali. That's where the real indigenous African Afropolitan music started. So the change now in terms of marketing is social media has made the world, and DJ Khaled hear people like the Black Sharif and all that. And it's all with the power of social media that we are now in the BT Awards and nominated for Grammy Awards and all that.
It's good you're hearing that. So let's switch the conversation to that. If you guys had social media back in your time, do you think Ghanaian artists would have made headlines like what the Nigerian artists are doing now?
Even if we had social media back in the days, it would still be the same answer because we would have been doing the same things now. And what makes us blow up is not just social media. It's social media and investment. All these artists hitting from and blowing up from Nigeria and South Africa with Amapiano are in record labels and doing distributions. So the social media is an advantage that Ghanaians might blow up if it was back then, if social media was there back then. But there's still something missing. The record labels are not pushing the artists to the next level. So Black Sherry, for example, is a big tool from social media results. But he jumps into a record label after that. Because look at it very well. Every artist that blows up from social media, if he's left on social media, that's when the doomsday come. Because music is business. So right after social media, you should quickly get into business. Black Sherry got into business with management, I think a couple of times, and he's everywhere. So it's good music, social media, music distribution and marketing. So it's not just about social media. It's just a pedestal for you to get the benevolent, the love you've shown to the game is going to give you a result in social media, but that's not where it ends. It's just an easy path. So back in the days, if we had social media in Ghana, Nigerians would still take over because they have investment. It's not about the music. Ghana has good music, but we don't have investors who invest in music. So social media will give the artists a chance. And I don't even think Black Sharif is working with a whole team from Ghana. Even Black Sharif has Nigerians in his team. And that's what we need in Ghana. It's not just social media. So take it back. Ghana will still be behind Nigeria. And that's a fact. Even if social media was back there in the 90s or early 2000s, unless we change and implement a system that looks like we are really into business. It's only a few record labels like Sons of Destiny, Lynx Entertainment, and maybe Rough Town with Wendy Shea and Ebony. These are the ones that are really pushing artists. The rest are just playing games. Look at someone like Patapaa. He's another tool of social media, but Patapaa is not in the record label now. If Patapaa was in Nigeria, nobody could touch Patapaa because we have a record label that can touch him, hold him, and take him to the next level. We don't have a lot of that in Ghana. That is the problem. Social media is just a tool. Social media is just a tool, but after that, where do you go as a question?
If you cast your mind back to 2 years from now, and read back to today, you'd see almost all the big stages.
Yeah.
FIFA World Cup, the opening Davido performed, although Stonebwoy got to perform at the Fun Festival in Doha.
Yeah.
The UEFA Championship final, BET Award, Davido performed.
Yes.
Burna Boy is headlining concerts, selling out stadiums.
Yeah.
Like our Nigerian brothers and sisters are taking over and doing the most internationally. And then I asked myself, what's happening to our Ghanaian acts who are equally as good as the Nigerian acts? So how do you, in your opinion, with everything that you've done back in the days and as a sound engineer, what do you think we can do better as Ghanaian entertainers to get our acts also winning BETs, winning Grammys like 2 times like Burna Boy, or even getting featured on a BET stage to perform?
The Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido things is a good picture. It's beautiful. We keep asking why Ghanaians cannot do that. Ghanaians are already doing that, but we don't have a lot of artists like that going that far. Look at Kitty. Kitty has a song with Tiger. We are sometimes in Ghana thinking that we are not that big. When you go to Nigeria, they talk about Kitty. They talk about Fuse. And the reason why you talk about Kitty and Fuse is that the only difference between Kitty and Fuse is that they are into serious management and plugs. I mean, plugins to different networks of music distribution that Burna Boy and the Wizkids have. Just that the Burna Boy and the Wizkids has a upper level of connections. So it's all about connections. And number 2, the music. Nigerian music, sometimes you don't even understand the language, but they have a tone that looks very commercialized to the Western world. Ghanaians have more of a country side of music, and we have to just put it to the next level. That's why we have people like Black Sherif getting that Ghanaian tone on a drill beat, and the drill beat is from the Western world, and he tries to push a Ghanaian tone on it. Black Sherif doesn't sound like a Nigerian. He sounds like a Ghanaian. Listen to him very well. It sounds like really, really like a Ghanaian. We need more of that. Now, most of the Ghanaians I see now are sounding like Nigerians. So it's like, you're not the original person. Like, we came to your country, we took your beat. We came to Ghana, we took your beat, we take it back 1969. We call it Afrobeat, and now we are singing a Nigerian melody on it. Remember, Nigerians are also African, so they have the African drum on it. So when Burna Boy comes with a song like that, you as a Ghanaian, you're going to be familiar with it and you love it. But you're not going to hear a high life tone on it. You're only going to hear a high life beat that is called Afrobeat. They take your guitars off, they put their guitar on it, or put an R&B guitar that the Western world would like, and they sing their Nigerian tone on it. And you in Ghana will be struggling because you still want to sing a high life song in the old way. What we have to do as Ghanaians, like people like Kevin Boy, look at Camido, doing well. So I can tell you that, I promise you that if we keep on having people like Fuse, Kitty, Camido, and Kevin Boy, in the next 5 years, Ghana will take over. It's a gradual thing. Ghana is high life, hip life, and hip hop. And Nigeria is high life now called Afrobeat. So it's like they took it from us, but we're still Africa. So it's no war, it's beautiful. But the only way for us to get to the Grammys is for us to sound a little bit Western mixed with our Ghanaian tone. Now, most Ghanaians sound like Nigerians, which is not original. You look at Akwabwa. Akwabwa is sounding very high life, but the only problem with me personally with Akwabwa is he has to get beats that are more Western, and he put his voice on it, a little bit of English. I think he has English songs, and also the team for Akwabwa should just get up. And I think Ghana these are the artists that can really take Ghana to the next level. We have the chance, but I think we need more tools in our record labels.
Right. You said it perfectly. I mean, I could have broken down the questions into segments.
Oh, okay.
Just answer the whole question with one take, and that's very beautiful. There are some too that are saying some artists that made it to the top first were selfish with their connections, with their plugs. But with the Nigerians, they shared their plugs. Yes. So when Davido features Chris Brown, you'll see Omale also featuring Chris Brown. You see this person also featuring Chris Brown. Yes. When this person comes. Yes. But in Ghana, when one act features maybe an act internationally, it stays there. they don't share their connections. Would you also say that is?
No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I don't think Ghanaians are not that selfish. I don't believe Ghanaians are selfish. We have selfish people in every country, but Ghanaians really share. But the question is, when they share with you, do you have the money to pay Chris Brown? In Nigeria, we have this oil investors investing in all these artists. I give you the link. I give you Chris Brown's number to have a song to do with. And it's possible for a Nigerian to feature Chris Brown, even possible for 5 Nigerians artists to feature Chris Brown. We can have people in Ghana bringing Chris Brown, but we're not going to have a lot of artists able to feature Chris Brown. So in the conclusion, we are going to say Ghanaians don't like sharing. It is business. Chris Brown wouldn't come to Ghana and feature an artist that is not doing well, unless personally he wants to, but mostly it's in business. And in the business world in Ghana, most of the artists don't have that money to feature Chris Brown. So it's not really about a connection. It's really about, can you foot the bill? And we are really behind.
Interesting. So how do you see the evolution of Ghana music over the years? In the future, what do you think Ghana music will look like?
Oh yeah, it's good. Look at Beyonce and Shatta Wale. It's great. Look at Burna Boy and Black Sherif. It's good. Kamido is everywhere. So we keep playing our beats and also serving the artists and putting Ghana on the map. But I think what we need now is our own sound. I keep on saying it. We came in the jungle with our sound called High Life. Now it is called Afrobeat in the Zoo by Nigerians. And we all know we are Afrobeats, but it's not a fight. We are all African. So let's take African music to the next level, but we need our sound. Go to South Africa, it's Amapiano. Go to Nigeria, they say Afrobeats. Come to Ghana, it's hip life or high life. If we're gonna come out with something like Azonto, we can come back with it again. It's all about we having a panel understanding that this is the genre we want to stand on. I keep on saying this. When Azonto was out, people were like, yo, Azonto is the biggest in Africa. That Wapaganga style did a remix. I mean, he did a song just like an Azonto. It was having billion views. That was Azonto from Ghana, with likes of Sarkodie Guru, EL, and a lot of artists. But we didn't put it inside our categories of awards. Up till today, we still have the categories of reggae music in Jamaica. But today we have reggae music in Ghana and we dropped Azonto. That is a problem. We have Afrobeat in Nigerian awards. What happened to Azonto? We don't understand the business. We just think that when we make money from a genre, put it into your categories. Put it into your awards in Ghana. And now we can hold, and now put it into your awards in Ghana, and now we can hold Azonto as a genre in Ghana. So when somebody from the diaspora comes to Ghana, we know there's something called Azonto. Nobody remembers Azonto now. Everybody's saying Afrobeat. Maybe today, Azonto would have been called Afrobeat. And whatever we are hearing today could have still been called Azonto. So the next time Ghana get a hit song, we got to name it and put it in the awards.
All right. I could hear the pain in your voice when you're talking about Azonto music, because I know it was like a serious pioneer of Azonto. Does it hurt you that such a beautiful genre of music was relegated to the background because there were a section of people that believed it was championed by dance and it was one way, it was like mediocre for a moment?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It could have been like, my pain is just that people don't understand music the way I do and some few people in Ghana do. Azonto was our chance to blow it up. Fuse did it. Guru did it. A lot of people did it. But the problem is people thought it was a dance. Fine, it was a dance, but we still should have used that opportunity to put it inside the categories. Let it be in the list. That is the whole... We had to work all over again, and Al-Qaeda came, and Al-Qaeda made the whole thing worse because Ghana don't really understand categories in terms of music. They really understand dance. Because since I was a kid, I heard Bobby Brown dance, I heard the Shoe Peru dance and all that. So Ghana is all in categories of types of dance. So now we have this dance, tomorrow that dance, but they don't really look at the genre of music. And that is our downfall. So the next time, even if a dance comes to Ghana, we should try and put it into the categories. And what I'm saying, they hear it, they will not do it. the Nigerians will take it and we say they are better than us. We are all the same. We are just not doing our homework well.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yes.
This was insightful. Yes. But before we go, what can we expect from Borje in terms of new projects, collaborations, and initiatives within the music industry?
Yes, I've been on a halt now. I mean, a great pause. I've been in the kitchen trying to get a new sound for where I come from, that's Ghana. And we try to come up with the Azonto era. It was good. Al-Qaeda was good. Now it's Afrobeat everywhere. And we also part of the Afrobeat. But I feel like, Ghana, man, we got to put something out there from Ghana and still do Afrobeats. Because we do hip hop, we do everything, but we got to put something out there. 2024 is coming, and I feel like all these artists in Ghana are all under the umbrella of Afrobeat, from Camido, Kelvin Boy, Black Sharif and all that. They are all under the umbrella of Afrobeat. I'm not saying that's all they do, but their biggest songs are under Afrobeat. And it's not a problem, but let's find ourselves. Let's do something and say, this is from Ghana. You might think it's not important, but at the end of the day, when we are about to go to the Grammys and the BET, they'll ask you, what is your originality? So that is my homework now. I'm trying to come out with a new sound, even though I'm still doing the sound that people request for me to do. I'm trying to get a new sound that I'll get to the artist so we can have something from Ghana. I believe High Life is still alive, so let's just keep it alive.
Great. Would you say Black Sharif is our sure bet in a chance or a window to win the Grammys? Would you say Black Sharif is, looking at what you've said so far, how much you've praised him and all that, would you say Black Sharif is Ghana's sure bet in winning the Grammy?
Oh, for real. Black Sharif is Ghana's sure bet in winning the Grammy because he's got a team. He's got a distribution. He's got people to back him up. And the ultimate, he's got to write songs. And ultimately, he's got to write songs. So it's not just about his music. It's about the whole entourage, and I believe he's going to grab a Grammy. Unless something comes distorting what he's doing, like let's say another artist comes and this and that, and it happens all the time. But I think he's going to get categories and even grab the Grammy because DJ Khaled had Black Sharif. Think about it. That's how far Ghana has gone to.
Great. So the Grammy introducing High Life, Afrobeat, and the whole Best New African Music Performance. What's your take on that? There are those who are saying this category was just created for Nigerians. Reason being that already the indigenous sound, Best International Act, has been won by Nigerians a lot of times. Best African Performance has been won by Nigerians a couple of times. Burna Boy's Grammys and Angelique Kidjo. So introducing High Life, Ghana is not the only country in Africa that does High Life.
Yeah.
And when you say Afrobeat, it's automatically for Nigerians.
Yeah.
So how do we put our foot forward, except bringing up new sounds, as you said?
It's mostly going to be Afrobeat because looking at it annually, what has been everywhere is Afrobeat. So what do we have to also show that we can do Afrobeat, because Afrobeat from Nigeria, Nigerians are Ghana, are in Africa, fine. But what I believe is we should now come with artists that has the same Afrobeat vibe and call it hip life or call it high life. Why are we so scared of that? Because to me, I believed Afrobeat was everything Africa. I never knew it was from Nigeria. Because back in 2016, I was doing songs pushing Afrobeat, or even on my hip hop Afrobeat songs. And nobody was saying nothing. And I never thought of Nigeria something. We love Nigeria, okay? But if Nigeria is saying Afrobeat now, we should also say high life, even if you are playing an Afrobeat. So now the competition becomes like, I heard an Afrobeat and it's called Afrobeat, and I heard Kelvin Boy doing an Afrobeat, but it's called High Life. Then now we're going to see who is who and who is what. I mean, that is what I believe in, because if tomorrow Black Sharif, or let's say tomorrow Davido comes with a song sounding just like Afrobeat, and Burna Boy comes with a song sounding just like Afrobeat, then maybe Thames has another song sounding just like Afrobeat, and they call it High Life, every Ghanaian will start liking High Life now. We got to believe in ourselves because it's a name put on it as Afrobeats. Fine, that's their name, but I didn't know Nigeria as Afrobeats. Honestly, and a lot of people didn't know that. Everybody knew Afrobeat was an African thing that was everywhere, coming from Ghana, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria itself as Afrobeat. But today, we all know that the originality of Afrobeat started Genesis from Nigeria, which I never knew about it. So if so, all these artists in Ghana should be proud of themselves and come out with song and still call it High Life. Can you do that? Can you really do that? That is a question for you. If you can really stand on High Life for 20 and more years, like Nigerians are still saying reggae, then that makes you a real Ghanaian musician.
Great. So let's end with your advice for young aspiring musicians who aim at making an impact in the music industry.
So I still record music, and I'm trying to use the social media the right way. I don't want to come out and just do anything that everybody's doing. If you want to blow up as a young artist coming, use social media as the means. But remember, social media is going to print and have a footprint on your brand, and it's going to stick forever. If you do wrong things, it's going to stick in the minds of people forever. And it's a very nice tool, but delicate balance. So do good songs. Don't just pour songs out there every day. We know the algorithm and all these things work out for you to get more views, but it's all about taking your time and getting the right song, get the right team. And in Ghana, what we should do now is that most of these artists should start searching for investors. It's not just about social media. Otherwise, you're just going to blow today. The next month, you're gone. So that's my advice for all these artists. It's still the same thing. It's still music business. You need a manager, you need a road manager, you need an advisor, a lawyer, you need, online stores managers, you need curators, you need playlists, you need all these things. It's not just about creative content. You can create content, but if somebody created content more than you, you are off the next day. But if your music is good and you have good, promotion and marketing, I think that is what will take you to the next level. So do your good music, but make sure you have the right team. And that is the hard part of it. That's the hard part of it. So you still got to do that. Social media is just here to make things more easier for you. But there's traffic over there. So search your record label.
Before you go, who is the greatest rapper of all time in Ghana?
The greatest rapper of all time is a rapper that can test time and pain, can go through a lot of things, downfalls and upfalls, can go through freestyles and murder a lot of artists. The greatest rapper of all time in Ghana is a rapper that can stand the test of time, again I say, with pain, joy, entertainment, hardcore music, commercial music, from time to time, year by year, good music videos. When he punch a line, it brings money to the pocket. He's not just doing word plays, he's punching lines with money in the pocket. If I put myself aside, the greatest rapper in Ghana is Sarkodie. Whether you like it or not, that's the greatest rapper. And never forget that.
All right, guys, so we're back into the studios after the interesting conversation with Borjay. Now, Ceci is here to bring us all the 411s in the entertainment industry with Just Corner.
Hi guys, happy new month to all of you. This is your girl Ceci. This is the first episode for this month, and I'll urge you guys to share the link. Use the hashtag Showbiz Uni. So it's been an interesting week with a lot of entertainment news. I'm bringing you just 3 hot stories. First of all, let me say congratulations to Afrobeat sensation Olive the Boy. Olive the Boy has been named in top 5 most streamed Ghanaian artists of the first half of the year. He wasn't only named, he actually topped it. He beat Black Sherif, Stonebwoy, King Promise, and others as the most streamed Ghanaian artist of 2023. This guy his song has been Shazam, the most Shazam song so far. The next highest is King Promise, then followed by Black Sherif, Jackie, Stonebwoy, and the others. This report was compiled by music data analytics giant Chartmetrics and Soundchart, and also Olive the Boy has been co-signed by Mr. Easy and King Promise. Yeah, so that's another good news for the 20 years old. Congratulations, Olive the Boy. Okay, guys, another hot entertainment story is about Sarkodie, Try Me. It's rather unfortunate that Sarkodie's Try Me song has been removed from Spotify and Apple Music because someone uploaded the unauthorized version. On Monday afternoon, fans of Sarkodie realized that the song was no longer on Apple Music and other streaming sites. So social media started talking about why? Sarkodie, why is your music not on Spotify and other Apple Music? Why? What's wrong? Have they taken off the music? Is it because of the words you use in the song? MOG Beats actually has to come and clear the air. So this is what he had to say in his tweet. This guy uploaded the song right after it was leaked. The guy who cashed out Apple Music and Spotify figure say he be the rightful owner. The success team is working on it to take it down ASAP. Continue streaming on all other platforms. I have a problem with the first line. He said what? This guy uploaded a song right after it was leaked. So are they trying to tell us that the song was leaked or it wasn't released from Sarkodie or what? I don't understand this tweet. How can you tell us that the song was leaked? Something that people were promoting and all that. Even MOG actually came to tweet that people should stop DMing him because he was only asked to cook the music. He only cooked the music and then he did his job and then he gave the song to Sarkodie. But yeah, it's rather unfortunate like Sarkodie's song is not on Spotify and Apple Music because someone actually had the song uploaded before him and then Spotify thinks that the guy is the rightful owner and not Sarkodie. And when Sarkodie had to upload it, the song has been taken down and a whole lot. My test story is Perfect Match Extra. We are about to end the show. It is the grand finale coming up this Sunday, 9th of July. We have 3 finalists: Bella and Kodak, Etonam and Lovely, Grace and Bebelino. So yeah, Kobella, Etoli, and then the Grelinos. Congratulations to them. You can all tune in to TV3 and watch the final 8 p.m. sharp. Thank you guys. See you on the next episode. Bye.
So that was Ceci with headlines from the entertainment industry. But this week as well, the government of Ghana turned its eye to the tourism and cultural aspect of the whole entertainment industry while the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park was commissioned. Yes, finally it was open to the public after renovation. And I'm hearing they used 3 million and 3 point something million US dollars to renovate it. Someone was making an expensive joke that how much does it cost to put up a whole stadium, and the government using 3 point something million US dollars to renovate something that already exists. Yes, they did it and we like what they did. The Minister for Tourism said he was going to make sure that before 2024, the Osu tourism sites in Osu and other parts of Ghana will also get a facelift. We like that. But Honorable Minister, we are still waiting for the amphitheaters you promised us. So please do well to deliver on your promise. Your Mind Day segment is next.
I mean the worldly people. That's why I said Lucifer. We are with the guy. Something is wrong with you.
On your Mind Day segment for this week, last week we asked you a question. What is one lesson you've learned from your previous relationship? Or what is one thing that your ex has taught you that you will never forget? So let's read some comments that came with people who used the hashtag ShowbizUni. I keep stressing on it. Make sure you use the hashtag ShowbizUni if you want to get interactive with us. If you want your comments to be read on your Mind Day segment, or if you have any concerns or anything you want to tell us on Showbiz University, use the hashtag ShowbizUni. Let's read some comments that came out from the question, what lesson have you learned from your previous relationship? So Chris Bab says, do backup garden. If you know, you know. Chris Bab, you are a bad boy. You are a bad boy. Anyway, so that's comments from Chris Bab. Winnie Me Sule says, humble, patient, and never trust anyone. That must be some relationship, huh? Dora Daki says, put yourself first and trust no one. What kind of relationship have you guys been in? Nanama says that I should trust no one. The ladies are saying trust no one, trust no one. Guys, we are not doing a good job. We are not doing a good job when it comes to relationship. Because I've read 3 comments from ladies. Winnie Misule says never trust anyone. Dora Daki says put yourself first and trust no one. And Nanama is also saying that I should trust no one. Nueki Sade says let me read comments. So you just came to read comments. You know come to comment some. But anyway, thank you for using the hashtag. Straight to question 4 today. I'm asking, if you realize you have feelings for a close friend, listen, if you realize you have feelings for a close friend, do you tell them or you keep it to yourself? This is a comment or a question coming from someone who just witnessed his close friend get married. So over the weekend, I happened to MC at a wedding in Adam, and we after the wedding reception and all that, we were having a boys moment, and it happened to be that one of the guys that were in our midst was kind of feeling the lady who got married, and he had the balls to come to the wedding. So this conversation broke out at the wedding reception or after the wedding reception when the boys were hanging out. So they've been friends for 3 years now, and the guy did not tell her how he felt, and the lady went to marry. So if you realize you have feelings for a close friend, do you tell them or you keep it to yourself? I would love to read your comments on this one. Make sure you use the hashtag and let's go. Anyway, so on Weekend Playlist today, let's start with Dope Nation. They've released a new song, Check My Zingo. Dope Nation, Check My Zingo.
Everybody can do it, check my zingo. My zingo, check my zingo, my zingo, check my zingo.
So that was Dope Nation's new song, Check My Zingo. Mr. Drew also has a new song out. He titles Case, and it features Sister Fia and Strongman. And if you're a fan of high life music and veterans like Kojonchi and Daddy Lumba, Kojonchi has a remix of his all-popular song Adia Pena, and he featured exclusive on this one.
I see me have a this one gume poinchi in penny kayo nensu ne gugu masuechi my rushieti or do chame bechi.
Still on high life music, Kwabna Siwagede is still banging in my ear. So Charlie, guys, I had to add it to my top 10 banging songs for this week on my weekend playlist. This week, Shatawale ended up on my top 10 for the first time. I mean, since we started Showbiz University, Shatawale has not been on the weekend playlist. So Shatawale makes a debut on weekend playlist with an acoustic version of his song Philo.
She says she wants a rude boy. She know one good boy. Oh yeah. Hold my leg, chuck my throat on my neck. Say she want to say I beg you non-stop.
OV Music was here last week Friday on Showbiz 360 with Giovanni Caleb, where she premiered her banging new song YOLO, You Only Live Once. She themed the song as a party song after her depressive state. So OV Music makes my top 10 on the weekend playlist with YOLO.
Tell a DJ make it bring you right back. OV vibe, you dey feel it like that. The way I do, nobody do it like that. Got the machine, make it go gaga. Tell a DJ make it bring you right back. OV vibe, you dey feel it like that.
Guys, if you're a fan of mixtape, then DJ Viroski's King Kong 2 mix is very good for you, so you should listen to it. DJ Viroski, King Kong 2. Now let's move straight into Nigeria. Yemi Alade has Fake Friends coming out. Hey, that reminds me, Wendy Shea is also bringing out a new song, by the way, also titled Fake Friends. By Yemi Alade's Fake Friends makes my weekend playlist from Nigeria.
If you love me now, make you love me later. If you love me now, make you love me later.
still in Nigeria, DJ Spinall features Wizkid on a song they called Loju.
Oh baby, me and you Loju. Kasha majadi kamadu. Shebi walo shedu. See as you bad how you do. Shebi fere Loju. Shebi go dance as you do.
And last on my playlist, Techno is back into the music business, and he calls this one Peace of Mind. Peace of Mind from Techno.
Cause I nobody, I live my life cause peace of mind is underrated, though. That's why I'm patient, though. Cause I know my time is now. May nobody want me, yo.
Now guys, let me run you through the whole weekend playlist once again. Number 1, Dope Nation, Check My Zingo. Number 2, Mr. Drew Case featuring Sistefia and Strongman. Number 3, Quadrentry featuring exclusive Adia Pena remix. Number 4, Kwabna Kwabne Siwagedim. Number 5, Shatawale with the acoustic version of Philo. Number 6, Yolo from OV. Number 7, DJ Viroski's mix King Kong 2. Number 8, Yemi Alade, Fake Friends. Number 9, DJ Spinall featuring Wizkid, Loju. And last, Techno, Peace of Mind. So guys, that's all we have for you on Showbiz University episode 9. Make sure you hop on to Spotify, to Audiomack, to Apple Podcast and Google Podcast. Rewind the whole podcast and listen to it. You can listen from episode 1 straight up to episode 9. Make sure you share the links to your friends as well. Share the link like Alpha Hour. Share the link. Use the hashtag ShowbizUni anytime you want to get interactive with us on social media. Until we meet on another episode, my name is King Kwaku Mensa. You heard the voice of Ceci bringing you Just Corner. You heard your Mind Day segment. You heard my weekend playlist. And you had an interactive conversation with Ball J Beat. Peace out. Good vibes and positive energy going out to you.